Welcome to part 2. And ask the goddess to reincarnate them back to Japan. However, the annoying school jock of the class named Yakum, who thinks he's the Justin Timberlake of Japan, steps up to the class and tells them they have no choice but to eliminate the dragon and complete their first test to becoming a first-class mage, which is all he wants to do, especially as Yazaki has been gifted with the general class, giving him powerful strength and abilities even at level 1. After his speech, all the gifted individuals step off the bus to wait for the dragon encounter and ultimately slay the beast to complete the first isekai test. However, the General Yazaki tells the 4 weirdo muggles who have not been blessed with any magic to stay on the bus as they can't help defeat anything in this world, and he blocks off the door to the bus, and all the other students who were gifted make their way to the forest and wait for the overpowered dragon to arrive. At this moment the dragon appears, but as we know, Yogiri uses his insanely unfair cheat skill which lets him basically one-punch man anything using only his eyes, making him more OP than Saitama himself. After seeing the beast fall to the ground like a wiki-ranked peasant, Tacha asks Yogiri if it was him who killed the dragon like that without even touching it, but he denies this and said that he had nothing to do with it, and tells Tomasha that he doesn't even have any magical power as he's a lonely loser nerd, so how could a guy like him defeat a dragon boss? And just then she remembers how Yogiri is the most worthless student who just sleeps all day, so what he is saying must be true. When the two of them step off the bus, they notice something flying in the air above, and it turns out to be their classmates who came back to see if the dragon had eliminated the students with no magic, but to their surprise the dragon was dead already, and they spot the brat and annoying Tomasha and the sleepyhead Yogiri down below. After they land on the ground, and they tell Yogiri and Tomasha about their cool magical isekai skills, and each of these boys has a specific role to play. The chubby fatso named Damon is a healer, Higashida is a powerful fire-blazing hero, and Yosaki is a necromancer. Damon is mad that Tomasha is alive as he can't troll her and turn her into a zombie using his healing magic, and combined with the necromancer he could have raised her back from the dead, but here the hero guy explains how he only came back to use the necromancer ability on Tomasha to clap her cheeks out after raising her from the dead, as she would never let him touch her in class or go near him, so maybe her zombie version would let him. But here Tomasha tells the hero to underscore off calling him the ugliest person in the class, so he displays how strong he is compared to her, showing off his insane fireball ability, and threatens Tomasha, requesting to let him smell her feet, otherwise he will eliminate both of them. But right then Yagiri tells the dumb hero boy that he's actually weaker than he thinks and points his scrubby chubby finger at him and tells him to drop dead. They all start bursting out laughing and think Yagiri is just trying to troll them, but a few seconds later the fireball hero guy falls down instantly and has been eliminated by Yagiri without him even touching him, shocking the two other dweebs as they witness their friend perish into nothing and finally shutting his big mouth once and for all. His necromancer friend starts crying about his loss, and so he asks the fatty healer to heal the hero dude, but Yogiri points a finger at the necromancer guy and he gets wiped out just like the hero, and the only one left is the chubby healer who tries to heal his two buddies, but reviving or healing magic also doesn't work on people who have been targeted by Yagiri power. After Mr. Fatso tells Yogiri how unfair his power is and that he might just be the most overpowered thing in the whole anime universe, and we should just end this anime recap right now because Yagiri can just one-hit kill anything he wants to. But Yagiri tells the snobby little dwarf that there is actually one thing in this world that can counter his instant ability, but it's definitely not going to be him, and that's when he finally gives up and tries to be friends with Yogiri and approaches him with friendly intent, but Yogiri knows when someone has intentions to kill him and explains how his other power is a special sense to know when someone wants to attack him, and this makes the healer boy fall to the ground, and he begs the demon lord of this world to erase Yogiri as he's just too strong for anyone. After Yogiri asks the little salad dodger nerd why he's so excited about this and what a demon lord even is, and that's when the healer tells Yagiri that this is not the first time he was reincarnated into this world, and he explains how not long ago he and his two other friends were summoned here to the kingdom of a man to defeat the demon king, but they failed, so that's why they are sent back here again. But Yogiri has already eliminated his entire crew, so they are all doomed. However, Yogiri doesn't believe him as he never saw him and the others missing any school days, but the healer tells him that this is because in the magical realm it seems they were here for months, but as they traveled back to Earth in the real world in Japan it was only a few hours that they were gone, so that's why it seems like he's lying. However, Yagiri prepares to end this boy's whole career, but just then the boy promises to be his loyal servant and guide him through this other. Wait for part 3, subscribe and like.